3, 2, 1.
Action!
Hello, here I am once again on my 11-year anniversary of fighting the drug war. 11 years that I've been trying to get politicians and doctors to understand that cannabis can help people with ALS, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, Parkinson's, a series of diseases. I've grown a little callous and a little hardened over this, and I have forgotten about the fear. And politicians say the patients are not out there in wheelchairs looking for marijuana. Well, you know what? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. There are people all over this country that have to go to the street to buy medicine that can relieve them from pain, muscle spasms, muscle burning. It helps control my saliva. I have just forgot about how dangerous things are. And usually I talk on all these videos, but the one person who takes even more of a blow when the drug war than me is my husband. Only because he does not even smoke cannabis. Bob sees the news, everything, and all he does is help me out, and he can take it from here.
Yeah, I'm Bob, Kathy's husband. Been together for a long time. Once she was healthy, once she came down with the disease, and through the process these last 11 years, we've had some good times, we've had some bad times, but it's a shame we should have to be doing this for 11 years. And I'm kind of like her protector because I don't let anybody put their hands on her, and I have to make sure she has her medicine. And I know two things. One day I'm going to die. If the situation reversed, she'd be here for me. So it'd be more of a crime for me not to do what I'm doing. If we're not harming anyone. I mean, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We're trying to keep her alive, and we have kept her alive. And now, lo and behold, all these 11 years later, now there's a new doctor's report out that's finally backing her up. That politicians would tell us, well, go to the doctors. The doctors would go tell us, talk to the politicians, the catch-22. And it's been long, it's been joyful, it's been tearful, it's been a range of emotions. And then when I just started feeling that things were going to get a little bit better, the gentleman in Tampa was paraplegic, got arrested, and they dumped him on the floor. Just took him and dumped him right out of his wheelchair. So the promise of the police that there no harm would come to her if she was arrested, I can't believe it. I have to be able to go with her. If she was out of my care for as little as 24 hours without somebody intimately knowing her condition and what to do in certain situations, if she gets coughing and all, she could die. So if the police was to arrest her and put her in a cell, well, she could definitely die. So it's life and death for us, and it's not a joke. To understand that, you know, the way they treat people in prisons and when they're under lockup and you become county property or the property of the state, they do not care. And they don't treat you any way special. They care about your needs or nothing. And if you're a problem to them, well, so be it. That's your problem. If you don't get any special treatment. And if anybody thinks it's any different, all they have to do is watch the news. And I will not stand by and let somebody mishandle my wife or manhandle her, and then I get in trouble. How can you not help somebody? And if you're in your home, you're in the privacy of your home, and you're smoking your pot after work for recreational use, that's your business. But what we're asking you to do is stand up. You can tell them you met us. And to go to your leaders and say, hey, I know a lady personally that needs this for medication, and she's got the doctor's reports to prove it. So get off your butts and go do something. I mean, if this lady in a wheelchair, if can be carried, I've seen times she had to be carried, literally picked up and carried to a protest because of the stairs that wasn't handicap accessible. You can do something. You can make a phone call. You can write a letter. Get in touch to find out who your local congressman is, a representative. Talk to a friend. Get the shame and the ignorance out of this.
I've always said that through the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and 90s, all the people that smoke marijuana, if we would stand up and just tell the truth about your experience with it, that is not the god-awful drug they make it out to be. Anything could be abused. But I really don't think cannabis is one of these drugs. I really don't. Only because it is too positive of a medicine for people.
And the fear, I was at a meeting for a medical marijuana meeting, and there's a lot of people, a lot more than you would think, will meet in church basements, halls, anywhere they can get a meeting, 12, groups of 12, 15 people, and sit around. If you listen to them stories that these people are telling, and they're telling actual accounts, okay, and the newspaper won't cover of what happens to them, why they're incarcerated, it's unbelievable. You think we're treating prisoners in Guantanamo Bay bad? Them guys are getting treated great. They had the press watching them. It's the people that you're not watching that get treated terrible, and there's no recourse for them. These people that are out here, that are patients, that are using cannabis, are no different. The fear is none less, and I'm not exaggerating, than it must have been for the Jews in Nazi Germany. These people are scared to death. They don't know who to talk to, who to trust, and the medication that they get from this plant provides them help, and they can't get it. Now, something's wrong somewhere. And for the casual cannabis user to use it for recreational, that's your business, if that's what you want to do. But you owe us to support, to at least call somebody and say you met a couple that a gentleman's wife named Bob Jordan, his wife is going to die if she doesn't have cannabis. Use our name. We're not afraid. We're not afraid. Use us. Don't incriminate yourself, but figure out a way you can get in touch with these politicians and tell them you're behind the medical marijuana movement and get this thing passed before she dies or something bad happens to her in a police station or myself. But you had the power to get in touch with these politicians and your newspapers and write letters to the editor. Whatever you can do, stop the fear. The fear in this country against this medication it's unbelievable. When I was a young man, the communists were the bad people. You know what I mean? They were spreading communists and all that stuff. I don't care what your political thing is, but something's broken in this country, and we got to fix it. But if one thing we can all get behind is sick people. We'll agree on that. Sick people need medicine, and for them not to be able to get medicine, where are we living? And the only way this Barack Obama guy is saying change, well then let's change it. Stand up and be counted. Stop the fear. Stop the fear. Thank you. I get mad sometimes.